In a demonstration of the power of propaganda, I've noticed that there's been more than a few times that topics that I've covered on my channel, I have subscribers who still seem to be unaware of certain details. You know, you can understand if they're just watching right-wing media why they wouldn't know certain things, but they're watching me who actually covers the truth, right? Like I did an extensive coverage of January 6th. I covered reality, the things that mainstream media didn't want to talk about, and the things that mainstream media did talk about. I covered the full event from beginning to end. We went through the live streams of people who were actually there, and I showed the whole thing, right? From the provocateurs, right, that got called out in the crowd, right? People asking them if they're the feds, right? To the pipe bomb footage, the guy, the suspect, right? We even did an analysis of AOC's claims about, she made some claims about her fare levels, and people were saying she wasn't in the building. And, we looked at the satellite maps, extensive, detailed, in-depth coverage, right? I even covered the death of Ashli Babbitt, and yet my own audience somehow, even watching someone who tells you the truth and tells you the full story, it's almost as if they don't even watch my content. I was told that Ashli Babbitt was defending the Capitol and she was running away from people or something, and that's how she ended up in the window. I did an exact coverage of what actually happened, and here it is. And as you notice, this video is private. I got 14 likes on it, which is not bad. Why would I do a video like this that's getting good feedback and then make it private? I'm showing truth that supports the main narrative on this liberal platform, YouTube. And yet, for some reason, I still have to be fearful of getting my video pulled. Right? People want to think, oh, they're going after conservatives. Right? This is not a conservative narrative. Right? What I'm showing here, liberals would love to see this. Right? Oh, she was a crazy right-winger. She's a crazy Trumpster, and she got what she deserved. They would love a video like this. Right? On the liberal platform, I still have to hide my video because I'm at risk of getting my channel attacked for showing something that goes with the main narrative. Once again, could it just be that this platform is simply broken and it's not about going after conservatives? Maybe YouTube just sucks. How about that?
This is how the woman who got killed at...
Huh? Where is Kamala?
This is how the woman who got killed at the Capitol building got killed. These officers were blocking the door of stopping a mob of people from getting through. And then this happened.
And there's so many people. It's just, they're going to push their way up here. Bro, I see people out there get hurt. I don't want to see you get hurt. We will make a path dead ass. That's what I'm saying. We'll make a path, bro. Please, let's make a path.
Basically, it sounds like the mob is intimidating the police officers to getting out of the way. They talked about when everybody hated you guys, we backed you.
We just let us make a path. I want you to go home. Go. Let's go.
So you see, the police officers decide to walk away, I assume because they're outnumbered, for their own safety. You can see the victim over here.
There's a gun.
So they identified the gun early in the situation. So remember, I did my video where, and we're not going to show that part. I did another video where you see the actual firing of the gun. No need to show that here. This is to show what led up to it. So the question was, did she not see the gun? And she probably couldn't see the gun because she was on the right-hand side. There are things in the way, it would be hard to see. But now we know this guy had seen the gun and he called out several times. And just for reference, this is the victim over here on the right-hand side. You're going to see this is before the police walked away. There she is right here with the American backpack. She's jumping up and down, real amped up. You can see her right here. She's right there. There she is. This is absolute insanity. Everyone's yelling. She's over there screaming, and the police walk away. You heard another guy say he's got a gun, so he yelled it several times, and somebody on the other side also said he's got a gun. So everyone should have been aware, but there was a gun in there. I'm not sure why she decided to go in anyway. I guess that's her climbing up to go in. There's the shot. Here she is earlier in the day.
There's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue, Patriots and Trump. And it was amazing to see the president talk. We are now walking down the inaugural path to the Capitol building. 3 million plus people.
We got this migrant caravan. You know what? Where is everybody? Huh? You got where is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this migrant caravan. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. You people can't get to work. Our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party. I am so tired of it. You try to make it with these wide-angle lenses, and you try to make it that your echo chambers have these large followings. You got 40 people showing up, and you want to do a headline with CNN talking about, oh, we got massive protests for Trump shut the borders. No, we do not. No, we do not. What we do have is a massive amount of pissed-off people like I am because you guys will not sit down and do your jobs. I am so sick of these politicians in this goddamn state. I can't take it anymore. They're all worried about what Trump...
She can't stand the politicians, but she died for the ultimate politician, the one at the head of all politics in America. You can't get any more political than being an American president, no matter how much you might want to play games and say you're an outsider. If you're an outsider, that ends the day you get inaugurated.
Well, we worry about what the hell you're doing. What have you done? Maxine Waters, what have you done? You're talking about, oh, this thing on the border is a political ploy that Trump's done. Where are you? You're not even here. You're talking all this crap up north in your district. Why don't you worry about your own goddamn district and the shit's going on there? You are a complete, I'm telling you right now, I'm putting all you on notice. Every single one of you politicians in California, Gavin Newsom, Jerry Brown, Maxine Waters, Duncan Hunter, what the hell are you doing? Duncan Hunter, where are you?
Well, we had stormed into the chambers inside, and there was a young lady who rushed through the windows. A number of police and Secret Service were saying, get back, get down, get out of the way. She didn't heed the call, and as we kind of raced up to grab people and pull them back, they shot her in the neck, and she fell back on me and started saying she was fine, it's cool. And then she started kind of like moving weird, and blood was coming out of her mouth and neck and nose. I don't know if she's alive or dead anymore.
And how did you get back?
Police came in and started ushering a scaffolding. We tore through the scaffolding through flashbangs and tear gas, and blitzed our way in through all the chambers, just trying to get into Congress or whoever we could get into and tell them that we need some kind of investigation into this. And what ends up happening is someone might have ended up dead, and that's not the kind of government we can have. People have to do something about it.
If you need any help at all, EMS is right there.
I'm not injured. It could have been me, but she went in first.
Thank you for telling us.
This cannot stand anymore. This is wrong. They don't represent anyone. Not Republican, Democrat, Independent, nobody. And now they'll kill people.
Who are you saying? What's up?
I don't care. I mean, they think we're a joke. $2,000 checks was a joke to them. You know, there's people filming us, laughing at us as we march down the street at the department man in the window laughing at us, filming us. And here until we got inside, and then all of a sudden guns came out. But I mean, we're at a point now it can't be allowed to stand. We have to do something. People have to do something because this could be you or your kids.
It's full of women and children because that's what the media is pushing. But let me tell you right now, the border is an absolute shit show. People that live in Mexico that work in America are having problems getting here. There is riots, there's arrests, there's rapes, there's drugs, there's outcries, there are tons of issues, there are abandoned kids, people are sick, and yet we still are trying to perpetuate, in the media, they are trying to perpetuate this migrant caravan filled with women and children. So again, I just want to ask my politicians to come down here and tell me that what is going on isn't happening.
Here's some additional context on the shooting. These are the representatives. They were right there. That should give you a better perspective on the stakes in terms of letting these guys go through that door, what that would mean, potentially. I mean, we don't know what they plan on doing. We don't know what weapons they may or may not have. These officers' jobs are to protect the people. Here's their Twitter account. I love my dude, my dog, I guess, and above all, my country, freedom. Veteran, CAG, freedom. Is retweeting Trump at this event. I don't know if her tweets on that day are deleted or something, but it jumps to January 4th pretty quick. Here's this woman going to do God's work, she says.
Get ready to land in D.C. Get to do God's work. Save the Republic.
He's going to save the Republic in a plane with no mask. 1776 all over again, only bigger and better. Planning a revolution. Retweeting Pompeo, Trump, pictures claiming John Roberts was on, I guess, Epstein's plane, Trump playing, well, his son playing chess. Lynn Wood's tweet about Epstein just caused deep state panic. Stop the steal retweets. Count is just a lot of retweets. I don't see her saying much.
Those taking part in the riot in Washington, D.C. We know the woman killed was an Ocean Beach resident. Another person who was in D.C. taking part is the leader of the controversial group Defend East County. NBC7's Artie Ojeda has more on their mindset based on social media posts that many will consider alarming.
One of those astounding posts County called the rioters patriots, whose mission was to overthrow the government.
Those that were trying to break the windows were trying to breach the building to overthrow a tyrannical government. They were not trying to vandalize the building.
Justin Haskins called it an effort to take back the country, calmly explaining on his Instagram page, democracy is being stolen and patriots are standing up.
At what point do you stop waving your dumb flags and yelling your stupid chants and, start taking your country back, just like...
To be clear, these people thought that simply occupying a building would equate to taking a country back. I guess they were going to take hostages or something, because I don't know what would stop the military from absolutely obliterating them.
Where most other people would not see a threat.
John Hibbing, a political scientist who studies political orientations and behavior, says the storming of the Capitol building really didn't have much to do about a disputed election, but rather their perceived threat on the security of the country.
They, for the most part, see the government as a foreign entity. The government has been too open to immigration, foreign aid, to countries that shouldn't be getting it. We need to focus on the United States.
And that conspiracy theory would seem to be supported in what now is a sobering social media post by the Ocean Beach woman shot and killed by Capitol Police as she tried to storm the Capitol.
Air Force vet, and I gotta say, this woman was completely unhinged. Clearly something was wrong with her. This was not just a woman who's upset or frustrated. Something was not right. I don't know what her issues were. I'm not a psychologist, but something definitely was not right. But the thing about it is that it's 2023. I covered this 2 years ago. I covered the full January 6th. I did it live, not snippets, right? The full event. I went in detail about how Ashli Babbitt died. I even showed the actual kill shot. I mean, every detail went into her social media, right? In depth, dug in, gave my audience the information. There we have somebody who was with her, who is saying that what we saw is what we saw. That's what happened. She was out of control. They were trying to get to this door, and she decides she's going to go through the door even though people are saying there's a gun there. Yet somehow some people are getting a different version where she's saving the Capitol and somehow she's running away from somebody, and that's why she ends up going over the door. But when we actually watch the video, right, we see her jumping up and down and screaming in the cops' faces, carrying on, and just acting like a complete maniac. She didn't hear everybody saying gun, gun, gun. And what was she thinking she was going to do? Go through that door and then what? People who believed that she was somehow being chased or something. There were cops there. The cops that she was screaming in their faces. If she needed help, they could have helped her. In fact, they did help her after she got shot. So was she saving the Capitol and then running away from someone? Or was she being a maniac, jumping around and screaming and intimidating cops, and then jumping through a door and then getting what I would expect to get if I did what she did, right? Also, notice what Mr. MAGA himself said. He said he was doing an insurrection, right? People want to play games, right? You got these social media influencers on the right who want to play games. It's not really an insurrection and it's a Democrat narrative and whatever, right? You can believe those guys that are making millions of dollars to tell you what you want to hear. Or you could listen to the people that were actually there, right? The one that was with Ashli Babbitt, who is telling you what really happened, which doesn't match what Tucker Carlson said, right? Doesn't match what a lot of right-wing influencers are saying. This is the guy who was with her. You choose. Listen to the guy who was there, or listen to these people who are profiting from saying things that make you feel good or make you feel better or that you want to hear. You want to listen to Tucker say it wasn't an insurrection, the whole insurrection narrative was a joke, a guy who makes millions of dollars making people feel good? Or you want to listen to Mr. MAGA, who was there, who was upset, and who said that the point of them being there was insurrection. He's the one that said they want to overturn government. That is an insurrection. The guy who was there said he was doing an insurrection. So what do you want to say? He's an Antifa? That's what he is? He's an FBI? So every piece of evidence that confirms that it was an insurrection, it was what, the mainstream narrative has been, right? Never mind the mainstream exploiting it, right? Is it what they said it was? And anything that contradicts that is somehow bogus? The guy who was there said it's an insurrection. The guy who was with Ashli Babbitt said, right? He said how she was acting crazy, climbing up in the door. They were trying to pull her back. You want to listen to these people? Do you want to listen to anyone except for people that say what you want to hear? The narrative that protects your side so you feel better? Oh, don't listen to what they're saying about us. We're not any of that stuff. It's all lies. They're making it up. You want to listen to only people who make money from telling you what you want to hear? Or do you want to hear someone tell you the truth who's here making enemies for telling the truth? Gotta privatize my video because I might get hit. Know that I have a lot of people that subscribe to me that don't want to hear this and may unsubscribe because I told the truth. You want to listen to somebody who will say the truth even though it hurts me? Or you want to listen to these people who benefit from the narrative that they're pushing out there? It just so happens that the things that they're saying happen to be the things that their audience wants to hear and the things that makes them millions. That's a coincidence, right? But why am I here? Overwhelmed. I got so much stuff on my plate. I don't have time to be making videos. If I mess up, I'm about to lose my home and all the money that I've been saving for decades. But yet I'm sitting here spending this time talking to you for free, knowing that it's going to piss off a lot of people in my audience. So who do you think is more likely telling the truth? The ones that are benefiting from their narrative, or the one who is saying something that is hurting them? And it's a big problem because, again, I don't have the time to waste. What makes more sense to you? Occam's razor.